We're in a prime position here, hunting down this spur, and right, this spur drops into a creek, and then I'm going to sidle across that creek and sidle out down this gut. I've got the wind, the prevailing wind today is an easterly, which is right in my face, and I've coupled that with the rising thermals. I've got the sun shining on these faces, which is lifting the breeze up this way, and I've got the prevailing wind and easterly blowing this way as well. That's how you get a really good, consistent, reliable wind. You line the prevailing wind of the day up with that thermal rising wind. And I was actually thinking as I was coming down here, it's been a long time since I've been set up on a good wind like that. I'll be almost 100% positive that there's a deer in this gully below me somewhere. There's nothing real close because the dogs aren't indicating that hard, but they're showing interest all the way down here, and they're winding sign and taking me to sign. Like we've got that piece of beach there that's snapped off the top of a tree that the deer have been chewing on. That piece of beach has been right at the top of a tree in the sun, and when that stuff snaps off and hits the forest floor, that's candy to the old deer, So I'm just going to have a drink. It's now 11 o'clock. I've been sneaking around for a couple of hours, and it's not even that far down to where my next camp's going to be. It's only 700 metres or so from here, not even that. But I'm going to spend a good 2 or 3 hours sneaking through there, maybe even longer. I'm going to hunt it all properly. loaded on this. Getting a couple of landmarks. That big tree right there, between that big tree and that little tree, so I'll get those landmarks and mission down there. Definitely not a hard find. You look at that spot over there, just real classic spots for quietly sneaking through these areas and spotting deer. See, the dog's a lot more relaxed. Print. The dog's a lot more relaxed and moving a lot more quickly because I'm relaxed and talking. Talk about this state transfer. The dogs basically just pick up on whatever state you're in. If you're excited and rushing, they'll be excited and rush. You really have to be able to stay really calm. And if you go really calmly and quietly, so with your dogs. So I'm just going to go stop talking now and I'll go quietly. Brent's pretty excited here. He knows there's a deer on the ground after the shot and he heard all the crashing. Looks like he's winding it now too because we're coming around above it and the wind's coming up. So we talk about this in the deer dog training blueprint. When we shoot a deer like this and we want the dogs to find it, it's our job to get the dogs to where the deer was standing when I shot it, and the dogs will find it from there very easily. Not that I'm expecting this to be a difficult find. The prints. This is where the deer was sitting. Classic deer bed. Right here in the sun. Just sitting right here, print just going straight down where she ran after the shot. And I was standing right up there. This is why I couldn't see her until she stood up because of this log.
Yeah, she was sitting right here. It must have been leaning forward having a chill on one of these ferns or something. It's a pretty hard case. Quite a bit of hair there. So she started falling. She only made it a couple of metres and she started falling. We've got a big lump of hair there. So she's rolling down here. So that Lehi's knocked her off her feet really quick. Good boy. Good boy. She's still running. She's back on her feet anyway. She's obviously taken a bit of a tumble back there. A little bit of blood there. I think that's her right there. Good dogs. Good boy. Good girl. There she is. Beautiful fat young Sika hind. Good dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. So that was never going to be a difficult fight anyway, but it's just so relaxing to have the dogs there, and you know you're going to find it really easy. I don't have to check for blood or check for marks or whatever. Just follow the dogs and just take us straight to them. That'll do. Print. Print always starts plucking the deer straight away. Good boy. Alright, I'll put some gear down and pull her out. Print, man, she's in good nick. I could see that from as soon as I laid eyes on her. She had a big round fat back. Flicked blood everywhere. Yeah, it's a nice young Sika. Not on milk. Say she's a 2-year-old or so, 2 or 3-year-old hind. Not that I'm any expert in aging deer. She's not a really old girl either, and she's not a yearling. Blood everywhere. Man, I can feel his shoulders just jelly from that Lehi. They do the damage, man. They're bloody good. Oh, man, that whole offside shoulder is just sponge. Set her up for a photo. It's my entry there, right there, and it's come out on the other side, so the bullet's gone in on that angle like that, right through the motor room. No wonder she was stumbling straight away. I'm actually surprised she sort of regained her feet and made it this far down. They're tough little buggers. It's always good to, you know, prep your deer up nicely for the photo, sort of wipe all the crap off it, and don't have blood bloody pouring out its mouth or its tongue hanging out or anything like that. Bit of respect for the animal. So here's the bullet damage from the Lehigh. We've got a huge amount of bruising right up here in the neck. You've got a big exit hole there. That's from one of the big petals. Another exit hole there from a petal. Another one there. And there's obviously a lot of damage going on back here too. So you've got, I've hit her on, this is all exit, I've hit her on the other side, and you've got exit wounds right back here, a couple right here in the central chest, and another one right up here in the top of the shoulder, and massive damage in the neck here. So this whole area has just been damaged hugely. Now, remember, these are lead-free bullets and they're subsonics. So while this looks, you know, crazy, and it is, they kill animals incredibly well. There's no lead in this animal, and because it's subsonic, it creates all this hemorrhaging. But this shoulder meat here is good as gold. That shoulder meat's good as gold. All that whole back steak was good. All this rib meat around the bullet wounds is good. The other shoulder is fine. So all the meat on this animal's fine. But man, they kill incredibly well. And you can see how that bullet enters in one place, breaks up, those petals fly apart, and they exit in different places. And this is what I've seen these bullets do time and time again. They're just bloody amazing. For the record, those who don't follow my stuff closely, the bullets I'm talking about are the Lehigh controlled fractured 168 grain round in the 300 blackout. It's subsonic. And I've also just built a 308 with a 1 1/8 inch twist barrel that I'll be shooting the Lehighs through as well as high velocity, high BC long range rounds. This is all completely unpaid. I'm not sponsored by Lehigh or anything. I'm just sharing with you guys what I use and what works really well. That's it. Got all my meat hanging up in the shade here. I've opened my hindquarters right up. I'm going to sit down for an hour and have a feed and chill out. I'm going to sit in the sun up there, maybe have a little snooze, and that stuff will be cold to the bone. And then I'll bone it out and cart it back to camp. Bit of tuna and rice. Bloody good feed in the bush. You got your protein, fat and carbs. It's all there. Had lunch and all my meat's cold. Just about to bag it up. Man, look at the fat in it. She was in such good condition. This is going to be, look at the fat in that. It's going to be beautiful eating. When you hang your venison up like this, it gets that nice dry skin on it, and it's cold to the core. It really helps your quality of meat out if you can get that heat out of it early. So not putting it in your day bag warm and carting it around for a few hours like that. People talk about putting meat in pillowcases rather than plastic bags, and yeah, pillowcase is probably better, but I just use plastic bags, but I always get all the heat out of my meat before I bag it up, and it makes a huge difference.